Welcome to Football with Cheese. So in this video, we have to talk about Mike Tomlin deciding to step down as head coach of the Steelers. He's been there for 19 years. Crazy what it means for the Steelers, what it means for head coaches around the league. Is this a job you want if you're trying to become a head coach? But if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell for notification so you never miss a video. Thank you everyone who came out for our special award show. I'll link it in the description, me and Mike on the Lights Out podcast that we do every Tuesday night. So tonight, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. Link also in the description. We'll talk about this a little bit more tonight. There's so much to talk about as far as the NFL goes. But the award show was so much fun. We didn't just do Coach of the Year and MVP. We did those. We did some fun ones as well. So make sure you check it out. It's a little over an hour long. Okay. So there's this group of former Steelers players, maybe coaches, that have wanted Tomlin gone for several years, saying it's got stale, it's been mediocre. I think they've been pretty much above average the last 5 years, pretty much since Ben Roethlisberger retired. I think his last year he didn't have anything left. They weren't so great that year. And I cannot stand those people. I defended Tomlin because he really wasn't the problem. The fact that he's gotten them to 9 or 10 wins every year, the last 4 or 5 years, is pretty remarkable. I get what you're saying. Sometimes after 19 years, you just want to change. I get it. But Terry Bradshaw especially, guy's such a bozo. He's not been funny for 20 years. He's an absolute idiot. And he admits he's an idiot. He was one of those people leading the charge. He's probably happy right now, but Mike Tomlin won a Super Bowl, I believe his second or third year, and then lost to the Packers in the 2010 season, 2011 Super Bowl. It has not been back since. And I will say this. It's amazing that he's made the playoffs with quarterbacks like Mason Rudolph, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, Russell Wilson, and now Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, by far the best quarterback he's had since Roethlisberger. And they won the division this year. And a lot of people are going to criticize Rodgers for that game last night. He had no time to throw. The Texans have an unbelievable pass rush. The Steelers' offensive line stinks. Let's be honest. The main reason the Steelers can't get over the hump, they can't win playoff games, is they don't have a franchise quarterback and the offensive line gets worse every year. And actually the defense is probably underachieved the last 2 years as well. They also don't have a weapon besides DK, and he had a horrible drop. If you decide Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, you have to get him time to throw, and you have to get him more down-the-field threats because he has a cannon arm. Quick release. My friend Sam made a good point. He said Aaron Rodgers pretty much got Robert Saleh and Mike Tomlin, cost them their job. They're out now. And I'm thinking, why couldn't he do the same for LaFleur? Why couldn't Aaron Rodgers get LaFleur fired on his way out? Come on, Aaron Rodgers. Somehow you need to do that. Anyway, obviously Mike Tomlin stepped down. He's probably going to go to TV, from what I said. He'll be so entertaining on TV. Don't go to ESPN. He's just a funny dude. I love his press conferences. Some people don't like him, and I get it. But I just think he's really funny. I think he's entertaining. So Steelers, is it a good job? I think it is. And here's why. If you take this job, you're probably going to keep it for at least 10, 12, 13 years, no matter what, because they don't like switching coaches. They've had 3 coaches since 1969. But it's just crazy how many jobs are available now. And the Packers could still move on from Matt LaFleur. Please. One thing would be crazy if Mike Tomlin went and coached the Ravens. I don't see it happening, but that would be crazy. Holy crap. You think that rivalry's big now. But I do think it's a good job. It's an attractive job. Probably not as attractive as the Ravens. But they have to get a franchise quarterback. I don't know how you're going to get one. Picking in the 20s. That was kind of the knock on Tomlin. Why don't they just lose 1 year, pick in the top 5 and draft a quarterback? And Tomlin's like, no, we're going to compete for the playoffs every year. And they always lose first round because they don't have as good a team as their opponent. They don't have as good a roster. They don't have as good a quarterback. All those playoff games, people talked about it. They've lost by double digits in 5 straight playoff games. They always have the worst quarterback. You cannot win the playoffs without a top 10 quarterback. And Rodgers at this point in his career is not. They might want to do a little bit of a reset. Trade some veterans, maybe not be good for a couple years, pick higher, see if we can get a quarterback in 2027. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, Steelers. What do you want to do? Do you want to do a reset, rebuild, And is there a coach out there that you want to hire? Because what the Steelers usually do is an up-and-coming young coordinator, someone in their 30s, early 40s, that can stay there for 15, 20 years. So assuming that's what they do, is there someone you like? Is it Jesse Minter? Is it a Clint Kubiak? Is it Davis Webb, quarterback coach of the Broncos, who's 30 years old? Let me know in the comments who you think. Last thing I want to mention, just thought of this. Aaron Rodgers probably not going to be back. I doubt the Steelers go for it. So that might be it for Aaron Rodgers. I don't know if there's another team out there that will want to sign him besides being a bridge to a young guy. And Aaron Rodgers doesn't want to do that. If he's playing, it's to be the starter. Someone even posted online, maybe he can be the backup to Jordan Love next year. That's not happening. I mean, I'd like that because it'd be one of the better backups in the NFL, but that is not happening. Probably it for Aaron Rodgers. It's a shame his last throw was a pick six. But yeah, Mike Tomlin, he's going to go to TV, in my opinion, and every network's going to want him. And then next year, he'll be probably one of the most sought-after coaches in the cycle, assuming he doesn't take a job now. Like I said, it'd be crazy if he went to the Ravens. Okay, comment down below. Would you want your team, if they need a coach, to hire Mike Tomlin? What do you think they should do about quarterback? I think they should just trade back this year for future first-round picks, kind of like the Rams did this past year. Trade out of the first round, see if you can get picks in the future, because I think the 2027 draft's going to be much better at quarterback. There might be 4 or 5 guys that could go in the top 10. Sign a veteran and maybe not be so great next year. I know it sucks if you're a Steeler fan not being good, but they're just stuck at the 9-10 wins, and they're not contenders. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel. Once again, Lights Out Podcast, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. We will talk about this. So much to talk about tonight. Link in the description. Share this with anyone who loves football as we continue to grow the channel. Check this out if you have not, and I will see you in the next